You called out his name, your voice brimming with surprise. Nightshade stood with his hands behind his back, facing away from you, then turned around upon hearing your voice. At that moment, you saw his sharp eyebrows and starry eyes, his gaze shifting, and your heart skipped a beat. It was him. The man who always appeared in your dreams. The corners of your lips curl up involuntarily, and an indescribable emotion wells up in your heart. Though he still wears that silver-white mask, you can sense the smile beneath it, his eyes now brimming with tenderness.
I've been waiting for you for a long time.
His voice was as gentle as a soothing whisper, extending his slender, well-defined hand. You lightly place your hand into his palm, immediately enveloped by warmth. Looking up at him, his deep eyes flicker with a faint glimmer. You don't let this tenderness cloud your judgment, too many questions still lingering in your mind.
Night Shadow, why do you always appear in my dreams?
You ask him. He let out a light chuckle as if he had anticipated your question all along.
Didn't I answer once? It's not that I chose you, but that you summoned me.
You froze, your face full of confusion.
What do you mean?
He gently taps your forehead with his finger, and says with certainty,
The initiative is in your hands. Only you are qualified to solve the puzzle. But there's plenty of time ahead, and I'll always be by your side.
His gaze was so determined that you were moved and nodded in agreement. But then he continued,
I don't have much time. There are more important matters at hand. Let me take you somewhere.
Before you could ask for clarification, the starlight bracelet on your wrist suddenly emitted a blinding silver light. Instinctively closing your eyes, Nightshade's hand gently covers them, shielding you from the glare. When you open your eyes again, you find yourself in a pitch-black space, with a glowing portal behind you.
Is this the space of the starlight bracelet?
You asked in surprise. Night Shadow nodded.
Spatial teleportation.
Your heart is stirred. The starlight bracelet is a relic from your mother's spirit coffin. You've studied it for a long time but still couldn't access its inner space. Songming has also held it for over a decade without success. Yet Nightshade was able to bring you inside. His power is unfathomable, or perhaps he and your mother's spirit coffin come from the same world. You cautiously ask.
Nightshade? Do you know Spirit Coffin?
Don't know.
He answered resolutely. Suddenly, his expression changed as he pulled you into his arms to evade a powerful force attack. The space instantly became perilous, with countless silver blades attacking from all directions. Nightshade held you by the waist with one hand, while casting a defensive barrier with the other. You quickly channeled your spiritual energy to reinforce it. But the attacks grew increasingly dense, causing cracks in the barrier. Sensing Nightshade's unstable aura, worry surged in your heart. Overestimating yourself. A mocking voice rang out, as the barrier shattered instantly. You recall the mystic wood turtle once mentioned that there might be an artifact spirit in this bracelet. Could it be up to something? Night Shadow's aura grew increasingly chaotic. He grabbed you and urgently said,
Xiao Shuang, I'm running out of time. I'll come help you next time.
But you gritted your teeth and insisted, resolutely saying,
Nightshade, this is my bracelet! You go first!
He froze, slowly lowering the hand that held yours, gazing at you with complex emotions in his eyes. You quickly gather spiritual energy, using blood as a medium to draw the character slew. Crimson threads fly in all directions, searching for the source of that voice. Suddenly, the blade transforms into a colossal palm that descends from the sky. The red threads struggle to block it but fail to match the speed of the attack. Struck by the palm, you cough up a mouthful of blood. Nightshade uses the last of his spiritual energy to create a protective barrier around you. Gritting your teeth, you persist and continue channeling your spiritual energy, finally pulling the artifact spirit at the other end of the red threads before you. A massive stone statue appears, roaring in anger. Overestimating yourself? A giant palm swings toward you, but you dodge swiftly, adjust your stance, and use the red thread to strangle its body, finally shattering it. Exhausted, you nearly collapse, but Night Shadow quickly catches you. Leaning on his shoulder, you raise your head proudly.
Nightshade, I did it!
The corners of his lips curled up slightly, his eyes filled with admiration.
Well, Xiao Shuang is really amazing.
But just as you were feeling triumphant, a faint rustling sound came from the pile of rubble. Your heart tightened. Could it be coming back to life? Nightshade raised his hand to eliminate the threat, but you grabbed his arm.
Nightshade, stay out of this! This bracelet is mine to conquer!
You forced out the incantation, and the Crimson Flame Dragon talisman roared forth. Just as the talisman was about to refine the rubble, the fragments pieced themselves into tiny figures, scurrying around and shouting, "Spare me, Master! Spare me, Master!" Exhausting your spiritual energy, your vision blurs and your legs give way as you're about to collapse. Nightshade tries to steady you, but you grab his arm instead, sending both of you tumbling down with you landing atop him. Your eyes meet, and the air suddenly grows thick with unspoken tension. Unable to resist, you reach to remove his mask, revealing his striking features that send your heart racing. Your fingers trace the contours of his brows and eyes as you whisper in admiration.
It's so beautiful.
Nightshade's face actually blushed. As you looked at him, your mind grew hazy, unable to tell whether this was a dream or reality.
Xiao Shuang, Xiao Shuang.
A familiar voice wakes you up. You suddenly open your eyes to find yourself slumped by the bed. A sharp pain in your neck. Songming is beside you, chattering away as he scolds you.
If you lie like this all night, no wonder you'll get a stiff neck.
You smile while listening to his chatter, then suddenly think of Xiaoyan and your heart tightens.
Xiaoyan.
Songming quickly comforts you.
Don't worry, Xiaoyan is already awake and playing with Ah-Chen in the yard.
You quickly run to the courtyard and see little Silver bouncing around. Finally feeling relieved, you smile at him, thinking to yourself that it's time to go to the Spirit Herb Forest to level up your cultivation.
Xiaoyan, you must eat more. When we go to the Spirit Herb Forest in the coming days, we won't have Aunt Song's pampering like here. We'll have to train 10 hours a day.
Little Yan's face immediately fell, making everyone burst into laughter. Just then, a servant from the Lin residence announced, "Young Master Hua from the Hua family has come to visit." You smirked mischievously.
Look, he's delivering himself right to our doorstep.